friends, this is Mrs. Desjardins. I'm going to do another read aloud for you. Now this book is really good. It is called Anansi and His Children. Now all his children have different names. Now if you have brothers and sisters, or even maybe one brother or one sister, they all have different names than you do, don't they? That's what makes people different. Now we're going to read Anansi and His Children. And this is the front cover of the book. It tells the title. This is the title, Anansi and His Children. And then it tells who wrote the book. Their names first. It's the author. And then it says illustrated by, and it tells the name. And the illustrator is who draws the pictures. So just remember, the author writes the words. The author writes the words. And the illustrator draws all the pretty pictures, also called illustrations. Now, Anansi and His Children. This you can see the pictures. Far, far away in the land of the Ashanti, there once lived a most marvelous creature. His name was Anansi, and he was a spider. There he is. Some said Anansi was wise. After all, he had lived a long time and was great friends with Nyang, the god of all things. Some said Anansi was clever. After all, he could weave marvelous webs and spin magical stories. Some said Anansi was a mischief maker. Mischief maker means kind of a troublemaker. After all, he loved to play tricks on both enemies and friends, and sometimes on his own family. The truth was, Anansi was all of these things. He was wise, and he was clever, and he was a mischief maker. But Anansi was also a father, and he had 6 children. Let's count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 fingers on your hand, and one more is 6. But, let's go back a little bit. But Anansi was also a father. He had 6 children whom he loved very much. Each had a name that described a special talent. There they all are, all 6 of them. The first child was called Sea Trouble, because that's what he could do. That's him right there. The second child was Road Builder. She could build paths through and to anything. That's her right there. The third child was River Drinker. He could drain a river down to its rocky bottom. And that is River Drinker. The fourth child was Game Skinner. No matter what animal he fought, he won. And that's him. The fifth child was Stone Thrower. She could pick up a stone no matter how large, then throw it far and high. That's her. And the sixth child was called Cushion because he was very, very soft. And there's Cushion. One day, Anansi found a strange glowing orb in the forest. It's a big circle. See, there it is. How beautiful, he said. I will give it to one of my children. But who? He thought and thought. Well, he only found one orb, and and he has 6 children. Is that fair to give it to one and not to everyone? I know, said clever Anansi. I will go far away, and my children will think I'm lost. Whoever loved me the most will come to find me, and that child will receive the orb. So Anansi set off, but before he had gone far, wind came rushing across the plains. He picked Anansi up and spun him through the air, with all his 8 legs twirling. Ho, ho, Anansi, said Wind, it's time somebody played a trick on you. Wind took Anansi across the plains, through a forest, and over a mountain. Then he dropped Anansi by the side of a river. Goodbye, Anansi, laughed Wind. Have a nice walk home. But Anansi was very dizzy from the spinning and twirling. Before he knew it, he tumbled into the river. Oh, no, said Anansi, rowing with all his 8 legs to get back to shore. But before he could reach land, a big fish saw him wriggling, swam up, and swallowed him. Poor Anansi. Let's count those legs, and make sure he's got 8. See, even teachers make mistakes sometimes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 legs. All spiders have 8 legs. Now what's going to happen to Anansi? Back at home, Sea Trouble saw what had happened. Father's in trouble, he cried. We must go and save him. Road Builder hopped into action. She spun a path across the plains, through the forest, over the mountain, into the river. Now, River Drinker went to work, draining the water. Soon the fish was flopping on the rocky bottom. Next, Game Skinner split the fish wide open. Out popped Anansi. My wonderful children, he cried. Is he safe now? Oh no. Before he could hug them with any of his 8 legs, a falcon swooped down from the sky. Not again, cried Anansi as he was carried into the air. Now it was Stone Thrower's turn. She snatched up a heavy stone and threw it with all her might. The stone hit the bird, who screeched and squawked and dropped Anansi. Cushion scrambled underneath to protect his father from the fall. And there he is, catching up. What a happy tangle there was as Anansi hugged his children with all his 8 legs. But then Anansi realized he had a problem. Who would he give the orb to? He called out to Naim, the god of all things. Help me, Naim. Who shall I choose? After all, Sea Trouble saw my danger and called for help. Road Builder brought my children to me. River Drinker drained the river that hid me. Game Skinner opened the fish that swallowed me. Stone Thrower saved me from the bird's claws. And Cushion caught me when I fell. Wise Naim answered, Then all your children deserve the treasure. Give the orb to me. I will place it in the sky for all of them to enjoy. And the moon is still there to this very day. Isn't that a great story? I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.